So, hi guys, how are you doing? And today I am honored to have Paul MacFarlane with me. And today we are going to feature him, and we will be knowing about his journey, and we will try to find like that much information that will help you in your personal life and in your professional life. So let's start without any waste of time. So, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day and I'm glad to be alive.
Thank you very much. That's amazing. Okay, so first of all, I wanna thank you for your valuable time. And and I wanna request you for your short introduction. So then we can start our interview.
Okay, short introduction. My name is Paul MacFarlane. I'm a business strategist, and that means pointing businesses and brands in the correct direction for these crazy times so they have the right path. Two, and there's a lot of creativity in that. And two, very creative branding and advertising that becomes unignorably fresh. And my gift is I can do it so fast and I can keep the process very, very simple. Most people complicate things. They use too much technology and not enough basic humanness. And I remind companies all the time we're human beings selling to other human beings. So behave like a human being.
That's amazing. And okay, so my first question is from you. What's the first thing you do when faced with a branding crisis?
When's it the first what?
Yeah, I can repeat. Okay, so
Yeah.
what's the first thing you do when faced with a branding crisis?
Oh, the first thing I do, it's very, I can ask someone, what do you do? And then what do you want? And that's all I need. Or I'll ask a business, what do you believe? And I'll tell them how to behave. There are many, many really wonderful brands and businesses out there. And today, many of them are stuck. They're stuck not knowing where to go. And they act very nervous and timid, afraid. And so, what I do is liberate them. I find the truth that is in the business hidden under the surface. And then I come up with ideas and behaviors that releases that truth in a beautiful way that people will always notice.
That's cool. And my next question is from you. How do you define a genius in business without saying you?
How do I define being a genius?
Yes, without saying you.
Right. Okay, a genius, I believe, is an energy that is in everyone. Everyone has the bit of genius inside them. And what that is usually is a desire to express something from inside to out. And some people do it naturally. Some people have it locked inside. And there are people who are called geniuses because I think they know what they are and they just let it out all the time. Everyone has that possibility, though.
That's amazing. Like you wanna say that if you find your interest and if you found that where you're good at, so if you work on that, so then like if you think you are genius, so then you will be genius, right?
Hmm. Yeah, in other
Okay,
words, every person at some point will ask themselves a question: who am I? Why am I here? And when you understand who you are and why you're here, then the next thing should be very clear. What do I want to bring to the world from inside yourself to the world? And when you know what that is, it's like a light comes on, a fire starts burning, and nothing will stop you.
that's very amazing. And can you describe like biggest brand mistakes you have ever seen, and what you have done instead?
Yes. Oh my goodness. The biggest brand mistake I've seen and what I would have done instead. There are so many examples. I'll give you one. Beer. In most of the world, beer is what I call social currency. When men want to get together and talk about things, they will meet and maybe have a beer. Women sometimes with a glass of wine. But the social aspect of beer, coming together to be humans together over beer, has been forgotten by most beer brands. They've worked with influencers and tried to get a celebrity to just say, "Here I am," when instead, beer could be a unifying energy. People who work with their hands every day, boom, boom, and people who work with their minds all day are so different in this world. Why couldn't we bring people together with mutual respect? Hey, you can build a house. I couldn't do that, but I can build a business. You couldn't do that. Hey, respect, respect, clink, clink. Bring respect from everywhere in the world around a beer to celebrate that would sell so much more beer and would really end the divides in society and the differences between people in a beautiful, fun way. And that would make the beer brands sell more and the population of people would find reasons to celebrate each other. That's what I would do instead. The biggest mistakes they make is they forget the basic truth of what beer is.
Amazing. And can you describe your brain in 3 words?
Cosmic, divine, and peaceful.
Wow. And how can we adopt that?
How can I develop that?
Yes. How can I develop
Okay.
it?
Yeah. Well, the brain is an organ in the body. It's inside the skull. You can remove it. But the mind is everything we are. So I like to use the word mind more than brain. And how to develop your mind to become better at anything you do? Number one, be curious. Be curious about the world. Be curious about other human beings. Be curious about everything you see. And that curiosity will lead you to discover more things about life that you can remember. And when you have more things in your mind that you remember, when it comes to creativity, it increases your creativity, that curiosity, because you'll find something you heard over here, something you saw over here, something you remember from here, and you can combine them in a way that no one's ever done before. And that is the essence of creativity, combining things that have never been combined to make something new. And curiosity is the first step to develop that talent and skill. The second step is to eliminate fear, fear of having a stupid idea, fear of what others might think, fear of uh, anyone who would make you think you can't do that. Eliminating the fear. So, what would you do? Think, what would you do if you had no fear? What would you develop? What would you create? So, getting rid of fear. And the third thing is to take care of the body that you're in. When you're young, you can go without food and you can go without sleep for a long time. When you get older, not as long. But to take care of the body means to stay healthy, get enough sleep and rest. And meditation is a wonderful thing for the mind and also for creativity. Because when you meditate, it's like a farmer who has a field that grows the same crop all the time. And then eventually comes a season where you grow nothing and you let the land rest. And meditation is like that rest for the mind and becomes fertile again because of the other things that blow into it. The ground doesn't have to do any work, it can just be. And when you do that, so curiosity, have no fear, and meditative rest.
Oh, amazing. And what's the most nobody thing you do that keeps you grounded?
I think I probably do a lot of things that no one else does to keep me grounded. And grounded, there's the physical act of grounding, there's mental grounding, emotional grounding, and spiritual grounding. Let's talk about them all. I was born in late January, which makes me an Aquarius. And Aquariuses tend to be up here all the time and not very grounded. So I sit on the ground more. I go barefoot as often as possible to ground my body. To ground my mind, meditation. Again, so it's like a river after a rain. It's cloudy, but you wait and you wait, and the material settles to the bottom, and eventually it is clear. Same for the mind. The things I do to ground my mind means to watch it and wait, like meditation again. Now, grounding of your emotions, that's one of the benefits of meditation, but you have to realize your emotions are a very fertile ground for ideas. What do you feel when you see the sunrise? What do you feel when you see this television commercial or this one? What do you feel when you read poetry? What do you feel when you see your lover, your best friend? And understand your feelings. Being grounded in your emotions means to trust them, never judge them, but only be curious. No feeling should ever be shamed. No ever feeling should be removed. You understand it, you trust it, and you love it. And then spiritual grounding. Every day could be your last, and you can live it like it's your first. So if you ground and understand why you were born, why you were here, that is a foundation you keep in touch with. You never forget it. And when you go from a meeting to a meeting to a call to a meeting to a call, always remembering who you are in the divine sense, why you were here and what your role is, and keep in touch with that to keep grounded. So all these things together, taking care of the body, taking care of the mind, taking care of the emotions and the spirit, all at the same time, makes you and keeps you an alive, creative human being.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful answer. And you have 60 seconds to like rebrand Earth. So what's the pitch?
Okay, now Earth could be all the life that's on it, the human beings and the animals, or it could be just the planet itself without any other life. Either way. The planet itself will be fine without us. Plants will grow, water will flow, it will freeze. It knows how to be the planet. The earth has no problem being the earth. But the earth with us on it, part of the time we are in conflict with it. We don't like the weather. We try to change the land. We try to tear something down and build something of ours. So on some point, if I was going to brand Earth, that is the planet and the people and the animals, I'd say it's the most fascinating battle of all. Who's going to win? The people or the planet that they live on? But if it was just the Earth, I'd say, come visit. You'd be amazed at how diverse and beautiful and wondrous this little planet is.
Right, that's very amazing. And what's your personal ritual before tackling a big idea?
Ah, well, first, I trust that big ideas will come. They always do, and they always will. I know that. So, my ritual beforehand, I have a call with a new client and an investor tomorrow night. And my job is to inspire the investor to put $1 million into this company. And then that will give us the money we need to do the things I want to do with it. So I have to take my enthusiasm and implant it in the mind of the investor and put my arm around the client and let him know I'm on his side. So the personal ritual I would do before even doing that is I think about the people who are going to be there, what emotional state they might be in, what their desires are, and serve that. How can I serve that best? Can I be calm and confident for my client so he knows everything's going to be fine? Can I be calm and listen to the investor and listen to what the investor says and what their questions are and answer them with calm confidence and surety that when I speak about what the brand will become with their money, I will be so sure and I'll remind them that they will get an amazing return. I have to grounding myself to be calm and confident. The three words that I like to use for my existence are these: poised. And poised, you have to think of a dancer on a stage who's ready for the music to begin because they have practiced, they've rehearsed their steps, they know what they're going to do, and they're ready for the music to start and then to dance. Poised, ready. Steadfast. Steadfast means no one can change me but me. And if I have an idea, if I have a belief, if I have a desire, it's solid and grounded, and no one can change that. Steadfast. Go ahead and try and move me. You can't. And serene. No matter what happens, if the investor doesn't want to invest in the company, if something happens in the meeting that doesn't want to be, I'm still serene. Another opportunity will come. A better opportunity is always there. But maybe this is the perfect opportunity. I believe it is. But no matter what happens, I am serene. So that's my personal ritual before doing creative work and also for meetings to make sure the big idea that already exists gets the money it needs to happen.
Amazing. And what do you think? Which brand today is like quietly doing genius work, and why?
Well, the brand I'll talk about is actually an ad agency because the name of the agency, the ethos, the belief of the agency, the work that they do, and how the work works out in the world is in perfect alignment, unlike any other agency ever. They are called Mischief. And to be mischievous is like a creative little child who's going to cause a disturbance in the family. And they will be giggling and laughing through the whole thing because they're enjoying themselves so much. They're a little bit naughty, but they don't care. They like it so much. Mischievous, to be playful and disruptive. The name of the agency is Mischief. The way they think about what they're going to do is to create positive mischief in the world in branding and marketing. And the work that they do has a sense of playful mischievousness. And what it does in the marketplace, it creates a sense of mischief that disturbs the industry that their client is in, that changes the rules of everything. And every time they do new work, some is better than others, but always has that beautiful alignment of the name of the agency, their philosophy, and the kind of work they do. That it's mischief. It's playful. It's like a young teenager that's going to cause a disturbance while laughing.
Wow, that's amazing. And what's the boldest decision you have ever advised a client to make?
I've told many, many clients to do something that felt wrong. Like it could be a big mistake. Because sometimes when you look at the conventions, the rules of an industry, everyone does this, says this, looks like this. If you do the exact opposite of those things, they may feel wrong. It might feel like, oh, that would be wrong. But if you actually go into what is wrong and recommend it, often it is the most beautiful thing you can do. So the biggest, boldest decision is to embrace something that feels wrong, but will be very right.
Wow, amazing. And can innovation be taught, or is it in your DNA?
Yes, and yes. First of all, I think everyone has creativity in them. Innovation, creativity. Everyone has creativity. Some people enjoy the creativity. Some people use it only when they need to and don't think about it. Now, everyone has it, and I can teach anyone to be more innovative and more creative. I can tell them what to do and how to think, but will they do it? It depends. Because there are people who get their joy from comfort and familiarity. They want everything to be the same every day, and that's what makes them feel happy. Well, that's not very creative. There are people who want adventure and they will take risks. Well, I can make them very, very creative. But every human being, I can give them a new way to think about creativity and innovate in their day. And use the word innovation. This is something I come up with is innovate the mundane. The mundane means the most boring part of life. The most boring part of any process is mundane, MUNDANE. If you think about the fine print on a bottle of medicine, if you think about um, the back part of a website, when someone says, "Thank you for your order," you will get an email. That's a very mundane, boring part. And if you can innovate the mundane, you really make a difference. And that means you have to have an eye to see what other people don't see. For instance, here in StreamYard, there's a lot of mundane things: mute, stop cam, settings, present, leave studio. Well, those are short, but if you innovated that, mute would be I'm going to fart. Mute it so I don't hear it. Stop cam. I can't believe how ugly I am instead of stop cam. Settings. Things I won't understand. Present. Um, I've got something cool to show.
No,
Leave
it's like
studio.
screen sharing.
Yeah. So everything you see could be more innovative when you innovate the mundane. And I can teach people absolutely how to see things that could be different. And they're everywhere.
Wow, that's amazing. So, alright, Paul, now it's time to shift gears a little, and we have seen the genius, the thinker, and the like brand whisper. So, but let's test how your brain handles a little twist. So, it's time for a rapid riddle round. So, five quick brain and bending riddles to see if you are sharp with puzzles as you are with branding. No pressure, but your genius status might be on the line. So, ready? Yeah, so first riddle is I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
A flute. It could be a
Flute.
nay. A flute, a reed flute, you just hold up to the wind. And when the wind
Oh,
blows through the thing, it has holes and it has a mouth. It speaks, speak doesn't have a mouth, and it hears without ears. It hears the wind that blows through the flute, and the flute moves through the holes and makes music.
is it your final answer?
It's one answer. I bet you have another answer, though. I'd love to hear it. Oh, I'd be frozen. I lost you. Uh, I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. A reed flute can hear and speaks when the wind blows through it. I have no body. Well, you could say it doesn't have a body. I want to know what his answer was. Oh, wait, he'll be back.
Okay, so are you here? So sorry, I was disconnected because of internet issues. And
Okay, but I want to hear the answer to the riddle.
yeah, the answer is the ego.
Oh, the ego.
Yeah, you are close. Like your concept was some amazing type, but the real answer I was thought is ego. And the next question is: the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Time.
No, that's the right answer.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay, so this is footsteps. Yes, footsteps.
But see, okay,
Yeah,
that works.
the
But I think time works also. If I say, let's take some time, what's happening is we're going forward and we're leaving time behind us
yes,
as we go forward. The more you take, but footsteps are good too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like riddles.
Okay, that's amazing. And my next video would be: I'm not alive, but I can grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I?
I could, I'm not sure. Tell me. I want to know. Tell me the answer.
Any guesses?
No, not this time. I want to hear yours.
Yeah, the fire.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not alive, but I can grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fire needs
and
air,
we have
heat, and
yes,
fuel.
and we have two riddles left. And the second last is: what can fill a room but takes up no space?
Sound. Sound can fill a room, but it takes up no space, like music.
Yes.
Okay, good. You're back.
So sorry, it's 12:30 a.m.
Okay, so
and
look
I
at
think
full
the
room
net
that
issues
takes up
are
no
started.
space.
And yes, the answer is light.
Okay, but see,
Like
music,
light can
sound,
fill a
and
room,
light.
but don't take.
Yeah, both. That's two answers
Right.
for perfectly good.
That's
Light
the
and sound.
coolest one. Yeah,
Yes.
the concepts are amazing. And the last
Sure.
puzzle, and then we are going to end our today's conversation. So, what has cities but no houses, forests but no trees, and rivers but no water? This is a simple one.
Okay, you just got to tell me the answer to this one. That this is going to be fascinating. What is it?
Map.
Oh.
Yeah, on the map we can see cities, but like no houses. So that. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much, Paul, for giving me your valuable time and doing fun with me and teaching me too much things. And thank you very much.
Well, happy to help, and keep going. And remember, you stay curious, drop all fear, and make sure what you know you are. Be that in this world.
Sure. Thank you very much for your advices, and uh, thank you very much, audience, for watching this. And comment below what you have learned from today's episode. And see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. See you.
Bye bye. See you.